Scott's eyes fluttered open. He didn't know where he was. When he looked around him, he was surrounded by stone walls. Obviously, wherever he was, he definitely wasn't in Ponyville. He last remembered he was with Willow. Willow, Lyra, and Bonbon. They had talked. He'd enjoyed the company. Before it got late, they left Bonbon talking about how crazy this was, and then he promptly fell asleep. But whatever was happening, he didn't like it, not one bit. He still has his weapons on him. His current loadout consisted of a marksman rifle, right now, with an assault rifle. He'd sat up gently. He didn't want to rely on Isaac this time. He prompted to stay quiet. Before anything could happen, he heard a voice. Scott. He turned, aiming his rifle, only to meet two unfazed figures. He had already had a decent clue on who they were. Hearing those tales, or hearing about them at that Griffin camp. The one on the right, Princess Celestia. The one on the left, Princess Luna. Celestia said, Scott, do you know why I called you here? No. But it must be something. It must be for a damn good reason, right? She said, as you say, yes, it is for a reason. My sister and I have brought you here, for one thing. Your skills are beyond anything we've seen before. Once you died, we brought you back here. He stared wide-eyed and said, You brought me back? Did you bring back my friends? She shook her head no. Before she could explain, he said, Can you bring back my friends? She said, Scott, we could only bring one back from the dead. One back from the reality that you reside in. And that was you. Silence filled the room. He said, Why me? Why not any of them? They wouldn't be strong enough. They would have either went insane or done the same thing you were doing, except they would have pulled the trigger. We know you miss her, and we're sorry. Luna, beside Celestia, said, We are very sorry, young Scott. However, your presence is what we requested. Why do you want me? We need you to protect, like you used to. He sat there tapping his foot and said, is this more of a military... It used to be a military role, but I'm saying, is this more of a military role? Like, basically saying, I'm always active, or I'll work only when I'm activated. Well, Scott, you're going to be activated regardless. We want you to do a task. What might that be? And yes, what might that be? He said, grinding his knife against one of the walls very gently. He did it to calm him down most of the time. And eventually he stopped, putting it away. Look. So basically what you want me to do is you want me to be on permanent activation. Celestia and Moon nodded their heads. And what location am I to reside in? Ponyville, to protect the people from a place known as the Everfree Forest. Every now and then you may be activated to do different tasks. But don't worry, I'll send a letter to my student, and you'll be accompanied by a royal guard that will be stationed there. He nodded his head and said, so what are my duties? Your duties? Well, to put them simply, protect Ponyville from the Everfree Forest. Is the first thing that she stated, which was probably very plainly obvious. Number 2, you may or may not be taken from your post to further assault missions onto the Changeling Empire, and you must be on the lookout for a fugitive, a war criminal, who goes by the name Queen Chrysalis, and a few other tasks that I will accompany you with personally. He said, anything else? Yes. How soon can you start?